All right, welcome back to the Hard to Swallow podcast. I hope you guys are listening to this like in your car or something on the way to work. I think is a great space, great location to listen to this podcast. I hit my vape way too fucking hard. Holy fucking shit. I need to stop cussing. I cuss too much. I've really been thinking about this lately. I cuss because I blank when I talk. Like I need to give myself like an extra second to think. So my brain's just like insert cuss word. I don't know. A lot's been happening, man. The clips from the vlogs have been doing really, really well. They've been doing amazing on Instagram, getting like 15,000 views an Instagram reel, which is insane. But dude, the amount of comments I get on "you don't look old enough to talk about this or that" or whatever the fuck. Like, you're right. I look young, bro. I'm 23 years old. I look like I'm 16. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to help you there. I can't grow a beard. That's on me. The nail polish too. The amount of comments I got from the nail polish was just like fucking insane. But I don't know. I always spend the whole week thinking about what I want to talk about on the podcast. And it's hard because my brain is just like racing the entire time. It's just like racing to come up with some sort of topic. What can I talk about? What can I help someone out with today? And it's difficult because my brain is just constantly like firing off. I can't focus on a certain thought until like after a workout or when I'm tired and my brain, like my thoughts finally start to slow down. But I can't record the podcast then. And sometimes I'm like, dude, I wish I could just set my phone up in my car. Cause sometimes I get these incredible thoughts. Or like, I was like, oh man, I say something. Yeah, I'll be fucking talking to myself in my car. I say something and I'm like, dude, that was amazing. I don't know what I just said, but like, I need to put that in a podcast. And then I'm like trying to remember the shit I say. And I don't know. It's weird. It's weird trying to get a balance for all this stuff too. And I constantly see all these different podcasters, influencers, creators, whatever you want to call them. And they always have these incredible setups and all these incredible different things. And I think a big part for me trying to get into this is I don't have that type of luxury. I don't have a team helping me do all this stuff. So I got to do it all by myself, which is hard because I have to get this program rolled out. And that, comes with creating the website, the branding, the marketing, on top of keeping up all the content with Instagram, YouTube, the vlog, everything. So it's been a lot to try to, I don't know, man, figure out how to organize everything. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have these ambitions, and I don't know what it is you want to do, man. I got people that follow me that, want to be professional football players. I got people that are just trying to figure their shit out. And it's a lot. And I've been thinking about something recently. God, I can't breathe, dude. I'm so like stuffy right now. I've been thinking about something recently where everyone always talks about speed. They talk about speed and they talk about speed is success. And I need to get on that fucking wavelength of just speed. The amount of time I spend checking stuff or redesigning something or re-editing something or just second guessing a piece of content is unreal. I need to just start throwing shit out that's fucking raw, uncut, like let my mistakes shine. There's a certain level of humanity that really capitalizes on the market. And that's the zig to the zag, you know. Maybe that's going to be my thing, is that everyone's always got this incredibly professional setup, and I'm just 23-year-old kid trying to figure it the fuck out. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder whether or not these podcasts are for me or for you. And it's I don't know. I wish I had more people that would reach out to me with certain problems. The more I kind of dive into this discipline of work and work and work and try to avoid distraction and whatnot, the lonelier I get. And it's there's pros and cons to that, you know. I worry that I'll disconnect from people, but on the same hand, I have so much more opportunity to learn and to absorb certain things that are going on and absorb my work. And it's odd. It is. I don't know. I don't really know how to put it into words. Part of me wonders, will I lose touch? Will I lose touch of the psychology and the way people connect or disconnect? And then the other part of me knows I've been through this circle so many times before that maybe this is a barrier I have to get past. This is a barrier I have to eventually get around. I need to figure out what's past this wall. You know, this is the big wall in my life of grinding out this content and just throwing it out there, and seeing what the fuck happens. And I do have a fear of will I be ashamed of the content I post? Will I be disappointed in myself, 2-3 years down the line? But if I stay, I know, here's what I know. I don't know if I'm going to like this content 2 to 3 years from now. I don't know if this content's going to be good. Fuck, I might look back at this shit and be like, man, what was he talking about? But I know two things. I know that right now, I'm fully confident in everything I say. And I would say I'm not so naive or ignorant that I close my mind off to new opinions. But what I do know is that if I don't do something now, I'm going to hate myself 2-3 years down the line. And I think that's something a lot of people don't think about, is that right now there's always fear in certain things you're doing. There's always fear. There's going to be fear in everything because you don't know. Every single day you go through something you don't know. Sometimes you have this giant, it's almost like a shadow of doubt, because you're going through some sort of challenge and you don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what's ahead of you. But I do know that if I don't figure it out, or if I don't find out, if I don't try, then I will be disappointed in myself. So I have two options. You either shoot the shit and you fucking send it, and 2 to 3 years down the line, maybe you look back and go, I could have changed some things. I could have done something differently. I don't know. That I don't know. But I do know if I don't do something now, I will regret it 2 to 3 years down the line. I do wonder. I wonder if my content would perform better if this is kind of a tangent. My brain I am gonna jump around like crazy. I hope everyone's okay with that. I wonder if my content would perform better if I looked older. There's an immediate level of doubt when somebody looks at me and they're just like, oh, he looks like he's fucking kid barely graduated high school. Which obviously it's not true. Whatever. But then there's the other part of me where, someone might look at me and be like, this kid looks young as fuck and he's saying some shit right now. He's dropping some fucking heat. I had a conversation about a week ago, and I was expressing how I was kind of doubtful. I don't know what Not you, Siri. I was kind of doubtful with some of the things I was. Siri's jumping in the podcast. I was doubtful with like some of the things I was talking about, or was gonna say, and I was explaining that I worry some of the stuff I say is shit everyone already knows, and yet I feel like I have this obligation to say it anyways. And they made a very good point. They were like, why do people pay for therapists? Because 9 times out of 10, the therapist is going to tell you some shit you already know. But it's hearing it. And I was like, that's a very fucking good point. Most of the stuff I've learned in my life that has made dramatic strides or caused me to make, these massive changes, stuff I already know. Yeah, it's stuff that's already in your brain. You just threw it in a drawer. You threw it in the miscellaneous drawer because you never understood what the fuck it was for. Like, that's a good point. That's a good point. There's very few things I have learned that I was like, I already knew that, I've already tried that, But it's always stuff that you hear about or you learn, and then you're like, I remember that. Oh, that's what that was for. Okay. It's like the whole habit thing. I talk about habits all the time. Developing habits is one of the greatest ways to change your life. And everyone fucking knows that. They know it, but they know it on such a surface level. You have to like cut underneath the you have to get through the surface and dive into the juicy stuff. Why? Because everyone could say, oh, yeah, you got to work out. You got to drink water, get sunlight, do this, do that. But nobody understands why. The real why. Oh, yeah, you'll feel better. You'll look better. You'll be in better shape. And that's as deep as it goes. For 99% of people, that's as deep as it goes. But it's all the side effects that come from developing habits that really cause the biggest impact on someone's life. I mean, let's talk about manifestation. Manifestation seems like magic, right? Thinking yourself into success. People don't understand manifestation. The whole basis around this is when you focus on a certain pillar of life that you're trying to achieve or improve for so long, your subconscious starts to adapt, right? Because your brain's designed to survive. This is why people don't realize what's actually going on. This is why it seems like magic. Your subconscious is like, okay, we want to do this. We want to do that. We want to be more successful. We want to be happier. We blah, 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 blah. And you focus on it for so long that your brain, without you knowing it, starts making changes. Let's do this. This might help out. Even though you are consciously making strides or taking effort to change something, your brain is doing all of this background work that you have no idea is going on. And then you start making certain choices that to you just seemed like an obvious decision. When in reality, it's a choice you would never make in a million years, and you don't catch it. You start hanging around people. You start going to different environments. You start doing different things. And then all of a sudden, an opportunity hits you, and it feels like luck. And that's where the whole manifestation basis comes down, where it feels like luck. I manifested myself into this lifestyle. And it's like, no, you didn't. You did a lot of little things that created a tidal wave of impact on your life. It's so hard to explain, and it's hard to talk about. I talk about fitness in that one all the time with all the little things it did for me. I mean, for me, when I started exercising, I just wanted to get bigger. I was just tired of being skinny. I was tired of being small, And then all of a sudden, after exercising and working on my physique, my confidence jumped up. My testosterone jumped up. My energy jumped up. My whole mentality of discipline and like, fuck it, we're going to go for it. Because all these little tiny behavioral characteristics had a massive shift. And that changed everything for me. And I had no idea how much that actually like changed my entire life until all of a sudden, and you look back and go, holy fuck, I've came a long way. Hey, I'm a completely different person than I was 3 months ago, not just as a human being, but in the world I live in. My life is completely different. The people I talk to are completely different. The opportunities I have coming to me are completely different. I have opportunities coming to me. Like, holy fuck, It's insane. It's incredible. My biggest barrier right now is like my sleep schedule and not burning out. And I am fighting it as hard as I can. And it fucking sucks, dude. It sucks. Especially when you have a long work week and you finally got the weekend. I'm 4 days on, 3 days off in my current job right now. So I got 4 10s and then I have 3 days off. And you might think, damn, 3 days off, that's a lot of time. It's great. Trust me, it is a lot of time. But that's 3 days to do all my chores, go grocery shopping, take care of business, run errands, film the vlog, create all the Instagram reels, edit everything, record the podcast, upload that, do all the thumbnails, do some marketing research, work on the website, work on the program. It's a lot in 3 days. But I know it has to be done, and I know it's been done before. So the idea is like, if I could just learn to just sit down and grind every single weekend, I'm going to get it done. And I know that when I get the program done, I'm going to have so much time open up. Because part of it's not even the actual work itself. It's the perception of how much work it actually is. David Goggins was talking about how he used to run 50 miles. And then he decided to do a 500 mile race or something like that. And he's like, what, or 200, I don't fucking know, 200 mile race. And he realized that after he did it, that became the new normal for him. I think it's the same thing with work. So many people say they don't have time. But if you add up all the fucking time you waste on TikTok, on sleeping in, on scrolling, on thinking, on doing random, not necessary bullshit, if you just cut that out and you lock down on fucking speed, if I could turn my work life into a race, I think I'd get it done. Not only that, I think I'd get it done and I'd still have time. But there's no trick to that. There is no trick, or at least not one that I've learned yet. I've learned and developed a lot of different, I always say, to every emotional barrier, there is a mechanical solution. I have yet to figure out the mechanical solution to just get the fuck out of bed the second I wake up. I cannot figure that one out for the life of me. And part of that is because when I wake up, I'm like fucking half conscious. Like my brain's not even turned on yet. It takes me like an hour of like blood pump. I could take a cold shower. I could drink coffee. I could run, and I'm still like half asleep. Like I haven't figured that out yet. I've done so much research. I don't know. I think part of it is turning my brain off before I go to bed. Which sucks because that means I need to wake up early. And part of me is like, well, fuck, I didn't wake up early today. So now I'm working until fucking 1 a.m. So then there's the day of like, you eat shit because okay, well, I have to go to bed early and I woke up late. So I'm going to have a short ass fucking day. I'm not going to get anything done. And then you don't feel productive. And then you try to wake up early the next day and maybe it works and then you're good and whatever, but it's tough. It's a tough cycle to break out of. It really is. I mean, I'm grateful to say I've been as productive as I have been the last 2 weeks. I mean, this is my second week really just buckling down on the grind. And the first week was rough. This week was rough. And I know I can do it, but that's the thing. It's like I look back at the week and it's like, what the fuck did I do though? Why did I not get this done faster? And it's because I spend so much time just fucking thinking. I need to stop thinking. I always get into this barrier of I got to wait until I'm in a good mood or all the fucking stars align and then I can sit down and have a podcast. Like that's how it was right now before I even turned the fucking camera or the mic on. I'm recording this podcast and I'm like, dude, I'm not in the mood. I don't know what to fucking talk about. Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off, And I'm on maybe 20% of the time. Not even, let's say 10% of the time, I'm locked in where my brain's just on fire. Like I could drop fucking knowledge. But it's always a time where I'm like out doing something or I can't just, oh fuck, quick, set everything up, hit record, start the blah, 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 whatever the fuck. Like I'm not going to get anywhere like that. I'm not. If I wait for myself to be on all the time, what happens if I'm off for 2 weeks? Well, I'm just not going to fucking do anything for 2 weeks? No. It's practice. It is practice. You have good games and you have bad games. It's something I'm learning. I'm talking myself through it right now in the middle of the fucking podcast. I wish I could fucking breathe through my nose right now. It's practice. I'm so afraid of showcasing my bad games. I'll say this, my bad days. I'm so afraid of showcasing my bad days that I let that stop me from progressing. I gotta cut that shit out. I gotta cut it out. I gotta embrace the bad days with open arms. Fuck it. Let the world see my flaws. That's where I need to get to. That is where I need to get to. Let the world see my fucking flaws. Also, where the fuck did my jawline go, dude? I used to have an incredible jawline like 2 or 3 years ago, and it just it kind of just disappeared. And you know what I think it is? I think my neck grew. I think my neck got kind of thick on the sides from like, I don't know. I guess I flex my neck a lot. My neck got gains, bro. My neck got gains and my jawline disappeared. I need to grow a beard. I can't grow a fucking beard. I don't know. I don't know. Working on my speech, trying to articulate a lot more. I think that's good for this podcast. Trying to get my words across better. It's just a lot of learning. Sometimes I feel like I learn too much. I spend so much time being a fucking info junkie. I just absorb and absorb and absorb and absorb and absorb, but I don't practice. And that's where part of this content comes from, like the Instagram reels, the vlog, the podcast, all this stuff. It's practice. If I keep grinding this every single week, I mean, I got 52 weeks. I got to do this 52 times. 52 times. And if I can keep that up a year from now, I'm going to be locked the fuck in. I'm going to be locked in. I'm going to be locked in. So what? I got to eat shit and look like a dumbass 52 times. Fuck it. Fuck it. Who gives a fuck? And people respect the journey. I think there's that authenticity of being able to look back and actually see how far you've come. I mean, fuck, I spent, you guys don't know this, but, and you guys, this is the biggest barrier, like the biggest sort of barriers I go through all the time. I have spent a ridiculous amount of time figuring out how to color grade my fucking videos because I was so OCD about having an orange and teal look. I was so OCD about having a certain fucking look that I wasted, I think, like 3 days, probably like 15, 20 hours fucking with shit to get the color grading right. I gotta quit that shit, man. That shit's got to stop. I don't know. I don't even know where that came from, but that shit's got to stop. You know. It's what I don't know. We go through shit, man. We go through shit. Oh, fuck, dude. I got I had an Instagram reel about weight gain and fat loss, and holy fuck, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I got into it with a couple people. It was just unfucking believable. Someone was like, "That's not how you lose weight. It's fucking calories in, calories out. Like, get off my dick. Fuck off. It's calories in, calories out. That's it. That's it." And they were like, "Well, there's so many other things like hormones," which is true. Hormones is true, but not that fucking true. And thoughts affect fat loss. I'm sorry. What, bitch? What? Huh? You don't make no fucking sense. Thoughts? Okay, let me just think myself to a lean 200 pounds. Are you fucking stupid? And then another one was like, losing weight. I was like, eat less calories and you burn. And she was like, "Oh, that's not true. This is terrible advice. You're going to get someone hurt, blah, blah, blah." And then she like explains thyroid issues. And part of me is like, okay, whoa. It's one, that's 12% of the U.S. population. Two, if you have thyroid issues, I would hope you'd fucking know and talk to your doctor about it. Three, I'm not telling people to go full fucking Gandhi and fast for 30 days. I'm saying just eat less food. Eat less food. What do you fucking mean? Or no, this was gaining weight. Sorry. Gaining weight. I was like, eat more food. Eat more food. Eat 200, 300 more calories than you would. You gain half a pound a week. It's slow and steady wins the race. I'm not telling people to eat a fucking cow every day. Jesus Christ. People are dumb as fuck nowadays. Some woke ass fucking bullshit where everything's got to be some sort of fucking Aphrodite, Capricorn, Pisces, fucking voodoo crystal bullshit. Are you done? Oh my fucking God. I gotta stop cussing. I really gotta work on that. My parents are always like, can you imagine how many fans you would have if you didn't cuss so much? And then I'm like, fuck you guys. Just kidding. Oh, man. I don't know. I do got to get this program done, though. My biggest barrier is like, I have the program built out. We've got to talk about mindset. We got to talk about the exercise, the health behind it, the science behind it, the fucking calories, the diet, what to eat, what not to eat. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but I'm always so worried that when I film it, I'm going to be like, I'm going to say something that doesn't make fucking sense. That's the problem. I got to just fucking eat it. I got to be like, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. My whole thought process right now is D-. We perform a D- and the rest is good. No, Siri. Nope. Yeah. D-. D- is the goal. If it's a D-, that's a passing grade. Drop the fucking content. Stop being a perfectionist. Perfection is not progress. Progress is perfection. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up the podcast there. Because we got like a 30-minute timer on the camera. So I was like, yeah, we'll go 30 minutes or maybe we keep... I don't know. You know what? Maybe. Fuck it. Maybe I should talk longer. I don't know. I don't have shit to say, but I am enjoying myself right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of having a good time. Just kind of ranting. Getting shit off my brain. Yeah. Fuck, dude. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna click the fucking camera. We're gonna restart this bitch. Fuck it. We're still going. I don't know what to talk about. I really don't. I don't know what to talk about at all, bro. Cute or nah? So I'm reading a text right now. Ooh, I like it. Friend got a tattoo behind their ear. Looks good. Yeah, man. Part of me wonders if people listen to these podcasts and they enjoy the rant. they enjoy I don't know. I hope people enjoy the honesty behind this. There's no script. There's no plan. There's no fucking... well, sometimes there's an agenda, but it's kind of just me fucking ranting. I need more engagement on my content because I'm doing my absolute best to lock in with my audience, but I really don't get a lot of input. You know, there's not a whole lot of comments and a whole lot of stuff, and maybe that's good. I don't know. Maybe that's good. Maybe people are like, "Fuck it, that's spot on. I got no words." You know, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know shit. I say that. I say I don't know shit, and then someone brings up some sort of topic on psychology and motivation or whatever, and I'm like, you know what? I got you. I know everything. I don't. I got a lot to learn, but I would like to think I know more than most. That's kind of the goal. I'd have to know more than most. There's a very good lesson to be learned with education, and that is, despite what you think you may or may not know, there's always someone who does not know as much as you. You always have something to teach somebody. Always. You always have something to teach somebody. There's always somebody that can learn from you. And so for a lot of people that are going into some sort of education-based, teaching-based career path, whatever, just keep that in mind. You have something to teach somebody. You do. Don't let, so many people are like, someone might know more than me, whatever. I keep activating Siri. Someone might know more than me. Someone might be smarter than me. I'm not an expert. Blah. Like, fuck that shit, dude. Just fucking send it. Just send it. And like I said, it's practice. It's practice. I kind of want to be an avenue for people. Hopefully people look at me and go, man, this motherfucker's just trying. He's just trying. I should try, I should try. I still can't breathe through my fucking nose right now. It's actually bothering the living shit out of me. It's Valentine's Day today. Yep. I didn't even know until I opened up Facebook. I was like, oh fuck, it's Valentine's Day today. I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day. You know what? I'm going to give you some relationship advice. Because it's Valentine's Day, let me give you some relationship advice. I've said this in videos before, but I'll elaborate a little bit. Don't be a super cliche nice guy. You kind of want to have a tough sort of masculine aspect to you where you're not a fucking pushover, Have some boundaries. Listen. Yeah, I'll give you the best advice ever. Girl says she's fine. She's not fine. She's not fine. You need to dig and dig and dig. I'm sorry too, Siri. I'm sorry too. And there's a very good point about long-term relationships that a lot of people miss. There's always this idea of like you have to feel it, or it has to feel magical all the time. And people who live with that sort of mentality run into a problem of, well, I don't want to have sex with you right now, or I'm not in the mood, blah, blah. It's like, people don't understand. You got to get in the mood. Get in the fucking mood. You're not always going to be in the mood. You got to do it though. You got to do it. It's a commitment. You can't, it's like anything else. It's the same thing with my fucking problem here. If I always wait until I'm in the mood to film a podcast, I'm never going to film the podcast. I'll let it die. Same thing with the relationship. You're not always going to be in the mood, but you better fucking get in the mood. Otherwise, you're going to let it die. Sometimes you don't want to water the plants. You got to water them, bro. You got to water the plants. Have date nights. Be respectful. Never, ever, ever talk down about your significant other. Ever. Give some advice to the single guys out there. Know what you want. Like really, really, really know what you want. Make a list. I actually have one, but so trust me on this one. Make a list of 10 things fuck it. Start with 20. 20 things your ideal partner must have. And then do 20 things they must not have. And then eliminate those in the top 10. So you have your top 10 must-haves, your top 10 must-not-haves. And be granular. Be super specific. Has to be 8. Attractiveness, charismatic, outgoing, confident, whatever. Try to be as specific as possible. And when you go on a date with someone, or whatever, when you set up a date, ask them to make a list. And a lot of people think that's fucking stupid, blah, blah, blah. No, trust me. Trust me. Because one, if they don't like that idea, if they don't like the idea of you guys going over each other's lists, and you can make it fun. Don't be fucking weird about it. But if she's not down for that, she is not serious. It's a waste of time. Waste of fucking time. And if you just want to fuck around, fuck the list. Do whatever you want. Say the right words, do the right things. Congratulations. But if you're looking for something serious, something really, really meaningful and significant, tell him to make a list. She's going to be like, oh my God, this motherfucker just gave me homework. He just gave me homework. He's about it. He ain't trying to waste nobody's time. And she's going to appreciate that. Yeah, make a list. That's a fucking little pro tip for you there. Make a fucking list. It's very you get to a point when when you're learning all of these different things about relationships or psychology or fitness, whatever, you get to a point where it's easy to talk about when you're learning it, but once it's learned, once it's ingrained in you, it's hard to bring it back up. Because it's just it's now been stored in the common sense section of the brain. So I have the best time teaching and coaching when people ask me questions or make mistakes. Like I see something and then my red flag goes off. I couldn't just call it out of thin air, but if I saw it or someone brought it up, I'd be like, whoa, nah. And that's like the barrier that I go in when I'm filming these podcasts is like a lot of this stuff is kind of just ingrained in me now. It's hard to bring up. It's hard to bring back up. Pulling it out of thin air, so to speak. I'm trying to think what kind of questions would somebody ask me right now. If they're dating or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I will say this, don't seek a relationship. You can be open for it, but don't seek it out. Instead, focus on yourself and surrounding yourself in the type of environment where you might find or discover that relationship. If you want to do the online dating thing, fuck it, you can go for it if you really want to. But there's just something inherently odd about it, I feel like 99% of the time, people that go with online dating are trying to find somebody that fits a mold or that satisfies them. But there's never this intention of I want someone that I don't know how to describe it. There's always a missing piece when you do online dating. There's always something like the whole idea of like I can't find someone on my own time kind of triggers like a red flag for me. Because one, they are very out there and they're doing all kinds of sorts of things, but then they don't have time for a relationship. But then two, they aren't doing anything and they are literally just looking and don't have the effort to go out and talk or get to know someone, or it's almost like a red flag in humanity. There's almost a lack of humanity in that person. Some sort of, buried insecurity with online dating. I don't know. The only time I see online dating to be like a super effective or an acceptable piece is when you are someone that's super busy, but you're like traveling a lot. So you're, I don't know, in and out of location. You're just looking for like hookups and shit like that. If you're just looking for hookups and you're just looking for fun, fuck it, do online dating. It's easy and effortless. Other than that, though, I just don't. It just doesn't work out. It doesn't. Online dating just ain't it, bro. It ain't it. I don't know. My brain is a polar fog right now. So, yeah, I think we're going to wrap up there. It's just interesting. I don't know. I'm going to have to get better at this eventually. I'd give this episode a D-. But like I said, it's going to be practice. It's going to be practice. And, going through these episodes of just eating shit, not knowing what to say, and all that stuff. There's a lot of information that I want the world to know about because, I remember the times where I went through shit and I didn't have answers. And I wish someone was there to just say, do A, B, and C. Congratulations. But no, I had to figure all that shit out on my own. And maybe that'll be the next podcast. Maybe I can start coming up with stories to tell about how I got through something and whatnot. I think that's a good idea, actually. Yeah. I can start bringing up stories. I have a lot of stories to tell. I'm just a bit hesitant to talk about them because they're personal. They're personal, private stories. And some of that, I don't know if I want to be public information. I don't know. I'll think about it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. If you're headed to work right now, which that's when I would listen to podcasts, is on my way to work. If you're on your way to work right now, I hope you have a wonderful day. And, yeah, just fucking walk in and rock it today, bro. Walk in with a sense of confidence and pure control. Absolute fucking control. Yeah. This episode was hard to swallow for me. I gotta just go through this shit, man. I gotta go through it. Yeah. I will learn how to do. I don't know. I'll learn how to present eventually. Until then, it'll be a lot of rough podcasts where my brain is just kind of scattered like this. I will ramble. I will ramble and ramble and ramble until eventually I start to develop a dynamic to gather and organize all of my thoughts. Yeah. This is going to be interesting. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't know what to call this episode. I think it'll be something along the lines of speed. Success comes from speed. And that's what I'm doing today. I am accepting the fact that I'm probably going to record a complete fucking shit episode, but I need to do it anyways, and I need to practice, and I need to just eat shit, and eventually I'm going to get good and just document my failures. So, fuck yeah. Throw that on the fucking checklist. Failure number 1. Success, fuck winning, bro. How fast can you fail? How fast can you fail? Yeah. Stop wasting so much time trying to pick the right option and just go rapid fire. Pick all the options. Just go as fast as fucking possible. Yeah. This was a good episode. I don't know if it was good for the people listening, but this was a good episode for me. Yeah. Anyways, thank y'all for listening. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will talk to you later. Deuces.